Grab your bucket of popcorn and slushy. We're talking about adaptations. Hello, we're going to do another very casual sit down, nice vibe where I get to be really cozy under this blankie, but still talk to you about books. And today, specifically, we're going to be talking about some book to movie slash TV adaptations that I think are interesting and or I will be watching. So if you want to know which one of your favorite books is turning into a movie or a show, keep watching. Okay, the first one I'm going to talk about is already adapted and out, and I've already seen it because I'm filming this towards the end of January, so some of these have already come out. But that is People We Meet on Vacation. This is obviously by Emily Henry, a classic romance book. I feel like this is one of her earlier books too, like one of her first ones I ever heard about. So it's awesome that it is being adapted, and I know she has some other ones in the works. I don't think there's anything too solid on those now, but I have to say I have not actually read this. I've only read Beach Read and Funny Story, but I liked both of those, and I did watch this movie. I thought it was really cute. I thought it was very fun. Definitely gave me the rom-com vibes. I do think there were some parts that were a little silly and a little bit not realistic, but I am not putting on my realistic hat to watch rom-coms pretty much ever. Like I'll point them out, but I'm like in my head I'm still enjoying it and I don't really care that it's not realistic. You know what I mean? I thought it was cute. I Not my favorite rom-com ever, but I am really excited because I think we're seeing more book to movie adaptations, specifically this year. I don't know, maybe it's just I'm more tuned in, and I'm just excited to see more books being adapted, and I will take that in pretty much any form. So give me all the adaptations. Okay, I cannot talk about a 2026 book to movie adaptation without talking about Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte being adapted into a movie by Emerald Fennell, directed by. I think this one's going to be a controversial one for many, many reasons. I am intrigued by it. I think I will watch it, but I don't expect it to be a true adaptation in the slightest, which almost makes me feel like maybe she should have just done something else and not branded it Wuthering Heights. But I'm still intrigued. I am planning on reading this before it comes out, although it is almost February already and I am not starting it, so I need to get my butt into gear about that. But I am intrigued to say the least. The the outfit choices and some of the like plot, not the plot, the what is it called? The set is so interesting. Next is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, and this is being turned into a movie with Ryan Gosling as the lead, which is interesting. I think this is going to be like a theater release. I don't think it's going to be on a streaming platform, but I have not read this. I actually am very intrigued by this. Um, Partly because of the movie, I have to say, but I just also know that so many people really like this book, and I am trying to branch out, and I think a little sci-fi. I'm currently reading Dungeon Carl or Carl, which is like I think a sci-fi, and I'm really enjoying it so far. And it's kind of like a sillier sci-fi, so this might not be the same vibe, but I'm definitely intrigued. Okay, next is Verity by Colin Hoover, and this I think is being turned into a what is this? Into a movie. Okay, featuring Anne Hathaway and Dakota Johnson. This did not come across my desk. Dakota Johnson and Anne Hathaway, the two baddest beliefs in the freaking industry. What are they doing here? No offense. I mean, I guess they did have really big people for her other one, the Bloom, whatever. But that was wasn't that a flop? I don't know. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Okay, cool. Well, Verity, I did read this. I've read a few Colin Hoover, unfortunately. Sorry, regret it now, but I will say this was interesting-er than most of her other ones that I had read because it's more up my alley. It's like thriller. I remember it being kind of messed up. I guess that's like a lot of her books, but Anyways, I don't know if I'll be watching, although the Anne Hathaway of it all, I'm intrigued. I don't know. This is a big one, Sunrise on the Reaping. This is obviously Suzanne Collins. This is a prequel to The Hunger Games, another prequel. This is about Haymitch's games, which I was so excited to read. I loved Haymitch as a character. I was really excited about this. I think it fell a little bit flat for me. However, I know that I did not read the other prequel, the Songbird and something. I'm sorry, I'm not remembering right now, but I did not read that, and I know a lot of people disliked that. And then the movie came out, and everyone liked the movie, sort of like they liked it enough, I think. And I feel like a lot more people liked this book, and so I'm hoping the movie is going to be really good. That's my logic. Also, I think it's got an amazing cast. Elle Fanning, I love that girl. She can do anything. I love her. Though and her sister too. Throw her in there. I know she's not in this movie, but I don't care. I think they did a great casting job. So I'm very intrigued. And I will be sat in theaters, popcorn, slushy, nerd clusters. You know it. Next one is interesting. I feel like this is a very recent book. It is Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt, which I definitely have on my like TBR, like my like soft TBR, I guess, because I'm so intrigued by it. It is this story about a widow and she befriends like a octopus at the aquarium. And also I love the cover of this book, and that definitely plays a role in my choices. Sorry. Wow, and it's out of stock on the Barnes& and Noble website. Shout out. I don't know what they're adapting this to. I don't know if it's going to be like a book or a show or a movie, but I'm just so surprised at how quickly this got picked up for a movie or book adaptation because I really feel like it's not that old. But I'm intrigued. I think I definitely would want to read the book on this first, though, for sure. Next is His and Hers by Alice Feeney, which I feel like is a really popular thriller. I actually haven't read this one. However, I think this is also already out and it's on Netflix. I will be watching this. I love a thriller show as much as I love a thriller book, and I think this will be a fun one to like sit and watch and kind of binge with like my boyfriend while we like eat or something. Because we're iPad babies, but definitely intrigued by that. And I feel like I've already been hearing good things. Okay, Miss Allie Feeney, she's collecting her check this year. Good for her because she has another adaptation, I guess, this year, Beautiful Ugly. This is obviously another thriller that is what she's known for, and I believe this is being turned into a movie, potentially for the like theaters, like big screen, not just like streaming. Although a cast has not been announced yet. On this list, it says that they're doing another adaptation of Stephen King's Carrie, and this will be a miniseries. I feel like we have to give the Stephen King adaptations a rest. We have to be done. No offense to Stephen King, he's great. Obviously, he's a legend in the genre, but there has to be other movies and or other books and authors that should be adapted from that genre that are not him. I'm sorry. I mean, most of the stuff is good. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. Next is the Book of Magic, which is the second book to the Practical Magic series, I guess. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. No, Practical Magic is one of my favorite movies ever. It is like probably top 5 movies for me. I love that movie. No, I did not read the book. Let's not get into it. I probably will. I didn't know there was a book, honestly, until like a few years ago. But this is literally one of my favorite movies of all time. I literally went to the hair salon, said, make me Nicole Kidman, left looking like Sandra Bullock. That's a story for another time. It was a little traumatic. But I'm just scared. I know that there's other books in the series, so that would lead to maybe a sequel or prequel or whatever. But I think it's such a perfect movie, and I don't think it needs anything done to it, and I'm really scared. But I probably will still watch it, so we'll see. The next one is The Odyssey, which I literally just saw a tweet today that I think Travis Scott just got casted in this. What's that about? I think that is so interesting. I didn't even know. Does he act? Can he act? I guess we'll find out. I have been seeing a few like pictures too, like stills on Twitter, and I do think it looks really cool. I have read parts of this in like high school, and I did really like it, but I am definitely intrigued. Also, it's Christopher Nolan, so I feel like it's gonna be good. I think it'll be good. I probably will go watch, to be honest, and I'll say hi to Mr. Travis, I guess. Next is Incidents Around the House. This is a book that was, and the author is Josh Mellerman. This is a book that was not on my radar. Like I knew about it, but I was like, I don't know, something about it was like not interesting me. And then, uh, Possessed by Horror slash, I believe her name is Sarah, I want to say, on here on YouTube. She like will sometimes do some book videos. She's mostly movies, but she sometimes does book videos, and she said this is one of the scariest books she's read. So that kind of made me want to pick it up. And now also the fact that it's being adapted into a movie, and I think this is might also be another theater release, and it's has Jessica Chastain as one of the main actresses. So I think that'll be really interesting, and I love a horror. So I am tentatively very excited for. This is The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I kind of love Ali Hazelwood. I really love her like original era of books where she was writing these like STEM girls finding love. I haven't really read any of her newer stuff. Like I haven't read Bride or anything. Maybe I will. I just like really loved her like era of the science situation she had going on. And I know that Lily Reinhart is supposed to be Olive, the like main female character. And okay, like I said, tentatively very excited. She's been posting TikToks, and they kind of had me gagged. I was like, wait, this is the best marketing you could be doing because I don't know who that man is, but I'm intrigued. And I just think this looks so good, and I just think that this is going to be really, really cute or really, really bad. And I'm really like praying to the movie book gods that this is a really cute rom-com that I can have on repeat because I need that. Another one is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen is allegedly being turned into an adaptation for Netflix, and it's going to be a six-part series written by Dolly Alderton, which she wrote Everything I Know About Love, which I have on my TBR. I have read Pride and Prejudice, liked it, loved the 2005 movie, loved that movie. This is also starring Emma Corrin, who I actually do really like. I feel like she's got a great face for a period piece. Um, I'm tentatively intrigued. This also feels like, do we really need to be making another adaptation for something like this? Maybe that's not my place to say. I don't know. But I probably will maybe check it out. And the last one I have on this list is Finding Her Edge. And this is by Jennifer Lacapelli. And this is a YA twist on Jane Austen's Persuasion, which I didn't realize. And this is a figure skating story, and it is an ice dancer from a skating dynasty who finds herself juggling the pressure of her parents' legacy, a fake relationship, love a fake relationship, and the tender heartbreak of her former partner and first love, who is suddenly back in her life as she vies for a spot at the Junior Olympic Games. And this is going to be on Netflix. I think this sounds really sweet and cute. The fact that it's YA does throw me off a little bit. I didn't realize. But I think it still sounds really cute. And again, like I'm so excited for all these sweet romances being turned into or into movie adaptations and show adaptations. I think that's so awesome. Very excited to see the future of like movie and TV with all these adaptations. And off the back of Heated Rivalry, I mean, obviously this is pretty different in terms of the content because it's going to be YA, but maybe it'll give us that little taste of skating and ice rinks that we will be missing while we wait for Heated Rivalry, Heated Rivalry season 2. But yeah, this sounds really sweet and perfect watch before the Olympics. Okay, those are all of the book to movie and TV show adaptations I have on my kind of radar this year to maybe check out. To be fair, I'm not totally amazing at watching shows and being consistent with watching shows. Movies are a little bit better, but I feel like a lot of time I'm either on YouTube or reading or on my phone, sadly. But I definitely want to try to make an effort to support some of these coming out. And I think some of them sound super interesting. And I think I need to pick up a few more books before these release dates. But I hope that you found something that you might want to watch this year, or maybe a book you want to read before the adaptation comes out. And with that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.